Guys, I've been promising you about the whole blueprint on picking a winning project. I've got all the details inside here, but I'm going to explain all in with video and with demonstrating exactly on how you can go with actually creating better idea on what's a winning project and what's not a winning project. Now, just because you're gonna watch this video, which I'm gonna record, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be able to capture the next 100x or 50x. Like, this is all in theories, and this is all based on my experience, what is the best and what I've learned so far. Of course, there are a lot of topics which I might have missed, but these are some essential stuff which even for myself I look. But again, I'm not saying you'll do 100% or to sell a dream and to say, look, I'm going to tell you the next 100x coin. Do not trust all of this garbage, guys, because if the 100x was so simple, why those guys are not doing it? Like, people pretend to this day they're gonna capture the next 100x by just watching YouTube video or reading a guide. It's all BS. It's all bullshit. You can never do that. So I'm gonna pick a 3 element type of stuff which I actually look mostly when I research projects. Firstly is team, community, Pumpamentals. Now, everything else, in my opinion, is smoke and mirrors, and I believe it's just an illusion. And I just like to take care and to look for all of this type of stuff. Why? Because in my opinion, team is the most important factor. Because if the team is not honest, if the team is not capable, if the team is not delivering, if the founder is not something which is, you can understand on social media who is cringe, who is doing something for attention and all of this type of stuff, like just by watching their video. So team is very important. Community, I would say, is one of the most important type of stuff. And then Pumpamentals, which we're gonna come later on. So in my opinion, you might say right now, oh, for example, tokenomics, why are not that good and all of this type of stuff. Listen, why tokenomics are not good? I'm not saying tokenomics are not good because they're here to be shown as they say, but tokenomics are an illusion. So let's go, for example, in a random coin. Let's go with SHIB, because everyone knows about SHIB. So if we go on SHIB and we go to Etherscan, basically to check the holders of SHIB. Now, this is why I tell you the tokenomics are garbage. Look, how do you know top second wallet is crypto.com, which is an exchange? How do you know that the crypto.com, that this exchange doesn't control this address here, or this, or this, or this, or this? So your tokenomics are a trust me bro metric. That's all they are. And I'm not saying that you gotta trust and just buy something that is purely 100% centralized. Like, don't take everything that I say like a black or white thing. You gotta get behind my thoughts to understand it, why I'm not a fan of tokenomics. I always watch them, but I'm not always this type of guy that say, look, just because this holder got so much supply, I'm not looking to buy it. Then congratulations, because you missed SHIB that did more than 100,000x. Now, this is why I said that tokenomics are a trust me bro metric, because you have always to trust what the team says. So that's exactly what tokenomics are. And people waste so much time and they go like, let me check, what was the website name? I think it was this Token Unlocks, where it basically showed the supply of the coins. So I just want to clarify something. Let's take a random coin. Let's take this, for example. Never heard before, but anyway. So look, cause it's beautiful. All of this fancy word, these are locations, tokenomics, random coin, I have no idea. Now, to explain to you why they're bullshit. Now, they say ecosystem development. It's bullshit. What's ecosystem development? These are all fancy words. This means team. Early investors, friends of the team, circle, basically the close circle. Core team. Community rewards, okay, maybe some of their friends which actually are gonna test the platform, or 100 people they know. Future hires, team. So all of this type of stuff, it's all team related, most of it. Like, this is, and even that they show that it's, let's say, 35% on ecosystem, how you can verify that? Like they can say, yeah, but you can go on Etherscan. Then how I'm going to verify that this wallet is not the owner, the guy doesn't own those accounts? So this is something that I see no one is talking on social media, and I'm not saying you don't need to look on this. You can create a better idea, but I'm not saying that only talk, if all the ticks, if all the basically all those research points tick and they make sense and they talk for the project to go up, And just because tokenomics are not good, it doesn't necessarily mean that the project can go up. Like tokenomics doesn't prevent the project from going up or down. That's what you need to understand. Like I know a ton of projects that had amazing tokenomics and didn't perform well. Then I know tokens that were all controlled by a single guy and did amazingly. So do not trust too much. I'm not into this type of mindset to trust too much things that I can't verify and I can't, it are like a trust me bro thing. Like for example, I can know if the team is honest or if it's capable or all of this type of stuff. You might say how? By just doing some research, but they're doing a ton of research basically, not just some. How I can verify that the another stuff, for example, use case, I can look what they're building, I can look what they're offering. This is something that is not like a trust me bro thing. I can see into the market what they're bringing to the what this project is bringing to the marketplace. So let's go to the first thing, because everyone is looking about, I'm going to go the team, community, and then Pumpamentals, and how you can create a better conclusion. So the first thing that I watch into a project possibly is always the team and who is the founder. So whenever I go and I research something, I go and look for the founder. You can go, for example, let's go into this token. I don't know if they have a Twitter. I always look for Twitter because most of the attention nowadays on crypto is on Twitter. Even here we got it everything. So this is Hashflow. I have no idea, by the way. Some guys that I follow. So one thing, for example, that you can create a better idea if the project is good or not just good or not, but just to see that is something that others are interested, to see who is following that. If the guys that are following that, and you know those guys, it means like it's something that people are interested and probably is giving something to the marketplace. Then you can go and look to the founders who are, for example, you can go to the application. I don't know why it's not hopping. Anyway, you basically go, you read the white paper, you see who the founders are. You can see also on the following list to see what they're following, just to create a better idea. You can go also and see the earliest following that they do. Maybe you can find the founder like this. If it's not on the white paper always, then what you do, you go and search the founder. Now you go after this, what you do, you go on YouTube. I'm always a fan of watching if the founder has interviews. So if the founder has a lot of interviews, I go and watch them. Like I've literally watched, I don't know how many hours of content of a guy that I actually invested my money in. You wouldn't believe, but it's crazy amounts of hours. And I'm not talking for something that you can watch in a week or in 1.5 weeks or 2 weeks. I'm talking for probably months and months of content. So the first thing you need to do is actually research for days, weeks for the founder team. Go on the Twitter, go on the probably LinkedIn or whatever they share. Look at their qualifications, look at what they have done in the past. Go, for example, one thing that I prefer to use is that actually you can also look for Twitter Spaces. All of these projects sometimes do a lot of Twitter Spaces. It really depends on the project, but a lot do. Go and listen, and don't be a lazy guy and think like, yeah, it's like a 3-hour space, I'm probably gonna skip it. Yeah, here for example, I'm not sure if this is for this project, but anyway, this is my point of view. You gotta spend time. The whole thing on how you can recognize if the team is honest, if the team is capable, if the team is going to deliver, just by spending time on research. There's not like a perfect or a secret sauce that I do. I just spend so much time. I go on Twitter, I look at the founder. One thing that you can look, for example, the team founder, I've also mentioned that here, so I even don't forget for myself because I have a lot of points that I don't want to miss. Is, for example, like the whole game of research process is, of course, understanding the good parts, but also, sorry because I missed that, but also looking for red flags. So what I want to look for a project is firstly to recognize the red flags or where the project lacks. So what you can do, one trick that you can use, for example, you go on Twitter and you type the founder name, and you type and you just write it there. For example, I don't know who's the founder here. Let me check. So I'm gonna try to do it. Yeah, I think it is here. Perfect, this is Guy. You can go, for example, and write this here to see basically what's in this feed, to create a better idea what is being posted. You can also write all of this type of stuff just to create a better idea. For example, scam, like to create a perspective of what's something that maybe have done a scam in the past. So by that type of stuff you can see others comments on his projects, or to see For example, look at this. It says scam. Why people are saying scam? So you can actually look for red flag. Look, people are saying scam. Like, it's literally live. Just because we saw this, you can create a better idea on how to navigate through it. So doesn't necessarily mean you gotta write scam. You can write also bug or problem, or I don't know, just to see where probably if there's a problem or red flag. Yeah, here for example, don't miss the episode with this guy, they're working on solving. It's not a problem, but again, you're absorbing so much information here. What else? So basically you gotta go on the interviews, spend time Twitter spaces, interviews on YouTube, look at their background qualifications. They might also go, for example, you're to this guy, I think this was the founder, look who is following, look who is replying to, look how old he is on Twitter. For example, he joined 2018. It's not like a brand new account. Look, for example, one thing that I want to clarify is for fake followers. Now, how you can recognize a fake follower thing? Not fake follower, but you can see on the engagement type of stuff. For example, how you can recognize probably if this is fake. Like, I don't believe this is fake because it's 4.8k views. It's nothing too much. Even the comments are small, but you can recognize when there's a fake post out there, because you can see probably one post got like 2.2k views, one post can go like 20k views. So they actually forgot probably to buy the views or the likes. So you can use those metrics to create a better perspective on they're buying something, they're using a tool, or it's if something real. So for example, this guy looks like something real because it looked 3.2, 2.8, even the likes are kind of safe. But if the likes go like 10,000, the next day go 20 likes, it's something that you gotta be careful. So this is one metric that you need to understand. This doesn't mean that probably he bought it. Like 14k views can also go viral, so doesn't necessarily mean all the time. You gotta do a lot of research to see all of this type of stuff. Now, back to my point. Another thing, when you read the white paper, I don't know where's the white paper here. I think it is here. So one thing that I like, for example, about basically this is a project I have no idea. It's the first time I came up, just to let you know. So when you look at the white paper, what I like about projects that are bringing some use case or some, some not complex stuff, but some innovation into the marketplace is to look and to read the white paper. Now, when I see the white paper with a ton of math and complication, like if you go, for example, Bitcoin white paper, look how it was. Look. I don't know if I can check it. Yeah. Like Bitcoin white paper, if you look like a newbie, for example, you think, what's this shit? Like, what is this hash? What is this? But if you go and read it all, you can understand it. So by actually seeing this complexity on the white paper, I don't see that I see that always as a good flag, not a red flag, for example, because I see that they're actually building something and they're actually devoting their time to the white paper. Because if something is a scam or is something not worth it, like why those guys need to do all of this type of stuff or all those maps and all of this type of stuff. So when they're pushing so much, not complex, but all of these schemes that probably when you see it might say what's like that, all of this type of scheme that you might call complex, I call it like a good flag and not a bad flag, because it means they're devoting their time to build something. And usually scammers don't usually devote too much of their time. Now, of course, with AI and with all of those improvements, things are moving quick and they got all the tools. But again, these are some tricks which you can go through and to create a better idea. But again, the perfect answer to this is just research for days and weeks about the founder and the team. Like all of these tricks are good, but again, hard work can never be beaten with all these tricks. Like you gotta watch if the founder got 2 interviews with 4 hours or 2 Twitter spaces with 4 hours. You gotta watch that. Like you might say, yeah, but it's 4 hours. Yeah, but how you gonna expect to find the next 50x? Yeah, but what if this doesn't waste my 4 hours? Then move on. This is white paper. This is crypto. Like don't think that you're just gonna find this project. Like I found this, for example, this is Bitcoin, but don't think that I just found this and now I'm gonna dedicate 4 hours and I'm gonna invest on it. It doesn't necessarily mean like I'm dedicating my time, but I'm not here to lose money. The first rule of investing is to basically preserve your capital, not to miss it, not to to lose it. So don't look exactly for the money, but keep in mind to preserve it first. So don't do dumb moves, uncalculated moves I like to call it. So after you recognize the team is honest, is not honest, you can go into the second thing, which I do believe probably this might be the most important stuff in my opinion. Why? Community. Community is real people that actually are passionate about the project. Now, why does this matter? Because a lot of people might say, what's community point here? Now, you remember SHIB, what SHIB did, right? Now, what was SHIB? Sorry, what was SHIB? SHIB was a random meme coin, even Dogecoin. Look here, SHIB is more valid than Uniswap. Do you understand how crazy it is? It's a meme coin being more valid than the heart of all DeFi. Like all transactional on DeFi rely on Uniswap. And SHIB is valued more than that. Do you understand that this space it's a joke? And you gotta play the game or you gotta hate the game. You might even be the guy, yeah, but I wasted so much time chasing the use case in utility and still not making money. Then good luck, you can't hate the game, you gotta play the game. So this is why a lot of people that join crypto, no matter how successful they are on businesses, on investing, on other type of stuff on crypto, they lack. Because crypto is the place where you need to know the mechanisms of the pumps, not chase the biggest use case in utility. Like even right now here, a lot of people might say, what about use case, what about utility? You see, I have not put it here. Because why? Because if those things stick together, I invest. Like I don't care much about the use case or trying to build a rocket ship or to invent a huge system. Like that's all needed for pump, and I'm here to make money. I'm not here to fall in technology and all of this type of bullshit that people pretend and all of this maximalists that talk shit on social media. So I'm not saying buy meme coins again, because it's not a black or white thing. I'm not saying you shouldn't you should buy shit coins. I'm saying that if all those things stick together and the use case is something normal, average, not something huge, okay, I'm gonna still buy it if those things stick together. But if team is not good, if use case is not good, if community is good, if Pumpamentals is good, I might be more conservative and look for it or invest small amounts. So now, why community is important? Because all the pump on SHIB, all the pump on Doge, why do you think they came? It came because it was a strong community out there. Now, of course, Alameda pumped and all of this Karma DAO type of stuff, which is rumored to be actually inside the Shiba Inu, which is rumored to be also FTX. They pumped a shit a ton of it. But again, you need to understand that a coin that pumps 100,000x needs also attention and retails money. Like it didn't stop at a 1,000x, it didn't stop at 10,000x, it didn't stop at 50,000x. I think it did over 100,000x. Can you imagine? So when you go back then on social media about SHIB was all over the place. Like if you go on Twitter, for example, not today, but in the bull run, if you went on Twitter and commented or did a post about SHIB, a random type of stuff about SHIB, you actually got a ton of people commenting on you. Like here, there's not a big community from what I see, because look, 9 comments, December 18, 9 comments. The real people, the real fans are people that help to grow the community. Like without people growing the community and growing and pushing the noise out there, it's something that the project can go. Because this hash flow type of thing, project here, without guys commenting here and being passionate about it, yeah, these are, for example, people that I can call fans, or people that I call community. These are the people that you need. A lot of people think like, yeah, but if they got the marketing type of stuff, it's gonna be okay because they're gonna market here and there. Listen, marketing, it's all bullshit, because the power of a real community can never be beaten. Like, think about it. How many projects do you know that paid Kim Kardashian, that paid Floyd Mayweather? I think it was Ethereum Max, I don't know, but there were a ton of coins. Do you know how many coins Justin Bieber, Floyd Mayweather, and all of these big celebrities shield last cycle? A ton of them. Can you even remember one of them? No, even for myself, I can't remember the majority of them. Why? Because paid shields are something that are just a temporarily marketing. This is what these projects don't get, and this is why a lot of these projects are are completely idiots in terms of the marketing, because they don't even know how to market their project for themselves. They go and they pick 5 biggest influencers. They pick Crypto Bunter, all of these big guys on YouTube. They find them, they close the deals, and they mention on their live stream, and they go, and the chart pumps like hell for 1 day or for a week or for a month, and after a month it goes down. So that's a temporarily marketing. That's like a boom shock, and then we go down. Like that's not sustainable. This is just, and even the people that join on that type of pump are just random chasers, are not the investor that you need on the project. So what I mean with this, community can only do that for you, because a marketing with influencer, marketing via live stream on all of these big celebrities, or even all those Cointelegraph, CoinDesk articles that you find on social media, it's a temporarily market. It's just once per month, probably once per week, and we all know it might take a month and then they stop it, because that's the budget. They run out of budget, so they're gonna do for a month. But a community, the guy that you see here that commented on this post, it always there. Like he's always pushing the work to promote it, and that's the power that can never be bought with money. Like this guy can never be bought with money, because this guy might comment in 20 or 50 threads per day, for example. Look, again, he's shilling a ton of stuff. I have no idea who he is, but again, he's posting on all Twitter all day, and he's protecting the community, and he's helping to be built. But the community can never be built if you just paid once influencers and that's it. And this matters because the more people join the coin, the better it will be. That's how the ecosystem grows, and that's how the coin goes. So a coin that doesn't help the community, it's something that that really it will be so hard later on into the future for a pump to be. So look always on their social media, look how active they are, go in their telegrams, go in their Discord, look how active those channels are, look if the channels have not bots, look if the questions are real, because sometimes they use bots. Look if the probably on social media they comment all day. Look their accounts, do they look like real, do they look like some, a lot of people create some fake bot accounts with no profile picture, and they pretend they have a community. It's not a community. They actually got probably paid to get those accounts, and they're just doing like a fake marketing out there. So you gotta look for real community, and it's not that hard to be understood. Like you can go on social media, you can easily find a strong community. You can just go, for example, and look at the comments. If this project got, for example, 8 comments and say loaded on this, loaded on that, it's good. Then it's not good. If you can go find another project got 70 comments, then you can get a better idea of what's a strong community out there. Like go literally and talk for Shib and Dodge. Those guys are all over on your comments. And that's the power of what I mean with a community, because those guys are the guys that build this ecosystem and grow the project. So after we have recognized the real community, is something I like to call pumpamentals, or differently, the things that makes the projects pump, which I do believe these are more like incentives for the prices to go up. This can be a lot of type of stuff, but I'm gonna keep straight and simple some points. So again, basically mechanism that help the price go up might be a unique use case, for example, because even this is a pumpamental. What do I mean with a unique use case? Again, it comes back to the point of use case, which I can put also in the basket of pumpamentals. What I mean with unique use case is something that probably is an innovation. So let's say you join, for example, on the, I don't know, shooting games. Okay, I don't know, what is this? New sector. So you can look on those projects. If in this category, for example, let's go into, where's gaming? Because I know everyone loves gaming. I don't know why, but not big fan of gaming, to be honest. But again, don't want to go in too much, to diversify too much. So yeah, I got some gaming projects, by the way, but not a big fan because I'm not a gamer, so I don't understand it properly. Again, now what I mean with a first mover. A first mover is something that it's a project that never has the use case here, so it's bringing innovation to this place. This is a pumpamental, and that's why I call it like that. You can call it a unique use case. I prefer to call it pumpamental or a first mover. you can call it like that. It's basically an innovation that is bringing to the niche or the sector is in. This is like a Pumpamental, because that can be used as a marketing side on social media. If you go on social media and market the first NFT marketplace like OpenSea was back then, it will be huge. Like the whole idea that OpenSea got so big is because it was the first, like it's a first mover. So this is kind of the stuff that you can watch, for example, if you consider that a Pumpamental. Unique use case, unique utility. So then you can find stuff like burning, where you actually they burn the coins. There are some projects that do the buy and burn. There are some projects that got the liquidity lock. Might also be a huge partnership, like a Pumpamental. Like for example, this project is in partnership with I don't know, something with the government, and they got the attention. So these are all mechanisms and stuff that make the project go up. So all of this matters, because again, you gotta chase where and how the pumps come, and mechanism that helps those type of stuff. This is why real community is something that brings those things, because they grow the community and they bring the pumps. They bring new people in. What means they bring the pumps. So again, after you have recognized all of this might take a lot of time to actually be researched. Do not think that you're gonna do it so quick. Then you can look and jump into a conclusion. So the first thing that you need to ask yourself is, firstly, what's the use case of the project, and what's niche sector the project is in. So let's say this project is on gaming, right? Like you found something on gaming, you believe it's unique, you know right now everything about the community team, and you like them, right? Now you need to understand first, is the cycle 1 coin or it has a bull run before, because this is very important. Like coins that had a bull run before will actually have diminished gains, because coins on average go to 2 to 5x upon their last bull run all-time high. So for example, Sandbox usually can go, the all-time high was 6.5, can go 2 to 5x upon that. Let's be conservative, call it 2, let's call it $13, okay? It can go to $13. From here, it's something huge. Now, you might say, yeah, but I'm established because it's an established project and I like that. But the problem that you don't understand with all of this type of coins is that when the time passes, more innovation is coming to the marketplace, and the market is being saturated. And usually when the more new stuff comes, those old stuff actually gets forgotten. Like if you go and look into the historical snapshots, I'm not too sure if I can find it here. Let me go. I think it is CoinMarketCap. On CoinMarketCap, if you go to historical snapshots, let's go in 2017 December. Look, none of these coins. It's today on 2021. Look, it's just XRP, Litecoin, Cardano, IOTA is dead, Dash dead, NEM dead, Monero kind of. Do you remember Bitcoin Gold? Like it was top 11, but look. Today we don't have top 11, all of this type of stuff. So even today you might think like it's gonna be okay to invest probably on top 10 or top 20, but the thing is that probably these projects might be forgotten. So the risk with those projects, with our cycle 2 coins, is that basically they either can actually go with weak performance or just go back to the all-time highs. Like a lot of people went back to the all-time highs like cycle. Litecoin is one, XRP is one, I don't know what was else. So this is type of stuff that you need to understand, because it's very important. Cycle 1 coin, it means more risk, but it means more gains. Has a bull run before means less risk, but also less gains. So really comes down to what you want to achieve. Here you can achieve 50x plus, 30x plus. If it has a bull run before, I'm not saying you can't achieve that, but it's gonna be hard. It's very rarely. Like if we talk in percentages, a 50x here is 80% chances of happening. Here 50x is, I don't know, probably 15% or less than that. So yeah. Now, after you have dissected all of this, we were on gaming, right? Let me go again back on gaming, because I don't know why it went. So now you gotta look at the market cap of the projects on this sector. This is very important because a lot of people don't analyze all of this. So now, one big mistake that I see a lot of people doing is that they actually calculate with the current market cap, but they don't calculate with the bull run market cap. What I mean, if you pick a project here, let's say you pick this Soul thing, and the market cap, I think this is the market cap, let me check again. Yeah, and you pick this at 12 million, you create a better idea on how much it can go up on the market cap side. So the biggest market cap here, for example, is Immutable X, or ICP. Let's call it Immutable X because it's more into the gaming. It's 3 billion. Now, you need to ask yourself, can this project reach to not 3 billion, because I'm not sure it will go there, but, and here's the mistake, a lot of people look, as I said, at 3 billion here, but look how much Immutable X reached the market cap into the top of the 2020, let me check, 2021, the top was around, I don't know why it's not showing. Yeah, because this doesn't have an history too much, because it launched like at the end of it. Let's go with Sandbox so you can get a better idea. So you go to the market cap of Sandbox, you can see that it reached like 6 billion. So can this project that we saw at 12 million reach, let's say, 1 billion? Now, this is something that you need to based on all of the research that you did, like community, if the team was okay, on the Pumpamentals. So by making those questions, you got the answers here on the research that you did. Now, you gotta look at the competitors. For example, you go and look on these projects that I actually told you. For example, this Soul, who's the competitor? Is that a use case which others are offering? Okay, if others are offering that use case, why this project is better? Like, what's the incentive here? What's the Pumpamental here? Why this is better than, let's say, Rainy here? So if this is a first mover, it's gonna be a good. If this is not a first mover, you need to ask yourself, okay, why this project can go better than the 4 other or 5 others? And one thing that you need to stay a little bit aware of is probably when you enter too much on the stuff that is all over the place. So if you enter, for example, on gaming, and you enter in a gaming niche that everyone is talking about, and there are 50 projects out there, it's very hard to pick the winning horse. Like, it's like, for example, joining and trying to pick the winning horse of betting games, like casino games. Like, for casino games, you got a lot. I'm not saying do not join, but you gotta do more research. So you might look to your project and say, look, why this roll bit got bigger than me, that bigger than my project? Why this project can do better than this? Like, you gotta nail down all the points. And the best is to have a first mover and the less competition. The less competition, the better. If you're gonna join on stuff that got a lot of competitors, you're gonna look for all the points out there, like why this is better, what's the Pumpamental here, is the community better, is the team better. So if there's not much competition, it's better, but doesn't mean that it's something easy for that project, because still it needs to deliver. And if it got a lot of competitors, you gotta do more research into and to nail down all of this type of stuff. Now, these are my 3 elements which I'm very careful on when I look. But again, just because I told you all of this, you can actually never go and find an X 100%. So the best alpha you'll only find inside my group. This is why I created my online private community. In my group, we did over 200 exacycle and call the top of the bull run to all with proofs and none of this trust me bro bullshit. And I got right now inside over 50x opportunities. And the bull run is starting out. A lot of people are messaging me to join. So if you want to work inside one-on-one and to join directly on the group, click the link below. You can directly schedule a Zoom call with me and we talk there for more details. But I'll see if you're a good fit for the group or not. Again, I don't accept everyone inside, so be quick because spots might get full. And yeah, this is my blueprint on the research process. I'm sure I've missed some points, but I did my best on all of this type of stuff. And again, just do the work and do not negligate it, because the real road to success is just hard work. Like, don't try to do all this type of bullshit. Yeah, I'm gonna do this because it's quicker and all of this type of stuff. Like, the most money in crypto you make by buying and holding and by following the OG ways that makes the most money. And the most money you'll make just by being experienced into this niche for many years. And that's why I offer on my group those coins, because I'm been in this space for over 8 years, and I know what works and what doesn't. I've been a ton of projects. I've seen what works and what doesn't. This is the reason why I gave those blueprint to you, because I've been in a ton of projects, and it's easy. This is a theory which I told you, but I can assure you that you, without experience all of this that I told you, you'll still not be able to understand. But still, you don't got time to actually test it. That's because SEC is coming, regulations are coming. The time is running against of you. You don't have time anymore to actually test, buy, lose money. Like, you can do that, but it's gonna cost you the whole bull run. Like, if it's gonna cost the whole bull run, what's the point? You're gonna be prepared for the next bull run. Like, who knows what will happen with the next bull run? Like, that's why I tell the people that a smart guy is a guy that invests his money to actually shorten the learning curve, and probably the guys that tries to do everything alone, or a lone wolf narrative, is just a dumb move. Because I've did that, I've tried, and yeah, again, scatter call below. Hope you learned something from this. If you want to get inside, if you got more than 3k capital, click the button below and we go from there.